everybody, my name's Ed Durbas. This is 9 in 3 Driving, and today we're test driving a 2020 SL550 with a 4.7 bi-turbo engine producing 449 horsepower, 516 pounds of torque for a car that weighs about, or a little bit over 4,000 pounds. It'll get it 0-60 in about 4.3 seconds. So let's go check it out and let's see what she drives. So let's get this show on the road. All right, driving the SL550. One of the first things you do notice when you start driving this car is that you can feel that weight. It's definitely a heavy car. You know, the SL, when the Mercedes originally came out with the SL, SL stands for super light. This is far from super light. And one of the things why I decided to test this car, I know we've tested an old 500 SL. The reason why I want to test this car, because this car is actually being reinvented. The new one is being completely done by AMG, so it's going to be super lighter. It doesn't have the hard top roof anymore. It'll have a soft top for to improve on the weight situation. That way, it'll be much lighter. And same thing, going back to its original roots of being that sportier car, since AMG is the one manufacturing it. Funny enough, we got CLK55 AMG, an old one, 2003, I believe, iridium silver, not bad. We're driving a iridium silver SL550 with the Zenio package, which gives us the brown tobacco interior. We have the high-end Burnermaster sound system. Obviously, we can't play music because of the copyrights, but it sounds absolutely amazing. All the stitching on the dash is fantastic. But I do have to say, this car does look a little bit outdated with the infotainment system, the really small screen for the navigation system and everything and all of that. But going back to what we were talking about, you know, the SL was always it was originally supposed to be a really sporty, fun car to drive, and then became a Grand Tour. What it is today, as you can see, it is absolutely amazing with the hard top. It's got the roof that actually tints if you don't want the sun to come in and out. So yeah, it's one of those cars that's kind of been, in the last couple years, Mercedes hasn't been able to move any of them. They just basically sit on the lot. So that's why AMG stepped in, and what's going to happen is you get the AMG GT and you have the GT Roadster. So they're going to discontinue the GT Roadster, and instead it's going to be replaced with the SL, which I personally think is a great idea to bring back that SL name back into Mercedes, especially with its racing heritage. They really did need to do something. Going forward, it is going to be a 2+2. It would be almost equivalent to, say, a Porsche 911. With the same configuration that Porsche does have. That's tiny little seats. It'll only be able to store stuff like a golf club, or you'll be able to take your kids if they're small, between the ages of 12 and down, would be able to fit in the back seat. Other than that, it would not be a car for someone that is 6 feet tall, that's for sure. 60 in 4.3 seconds. So we'll see how she handles here in the DC metropolitan area. And this does have, obviously, heated seats, and also have the air scarf. So basically it blows warm air from back here, so you can drive with the top down in days like today here in the Washington DC area. Where again, here on the highway, we'll just give it a little bit of gas. Visibility, I have to say, is absolutely fantastic for a convertible. Due to the fact that it does have the hardtop, you do have this long coupe appearance to it. So it does feel almost like it's basically, to me, what I always thought about the SL generation that came out with the hardtop, is that it feels more like two cars in one. You got a convertible, two-seater convertible Roadster, and then the other side you also have a two-seater hardtop coupe, obviously due to the glass. So, and the top, it does take a little bit of room in the back. When the top is down, it does take, you can't take it for long trips, just a small stowaway. When the top is up, you got a little more room, but still, even then, it's not a car that you'd be able to take for a long week. It feels peppy, it feels quick. I have not driven an AMG of this version of this car, so I don't know how that feels, but this car feels quick enough. 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds is nothing to be ashamed of. All right, here we go. We're on the Parkway. We put it in Sports Plus, and this goes out to one of my viewers, Wheaton. Here we go. Here comes the beans. Yeah, it is fast. You can hear that growl, that engine. It's pretty nice. Yeah. It stays in gear in Sports Plus. Obviously, he knows that it needs to go ahead and tackle the road again. We'll give it a little more gas up here again. Just a second. Half throttle. That's just half throttle. Not even half throttle. That's just like barely any throttle, and it just gets up and goes. Yeah, it's quick. It's fast. You get that little growl coming from the exhaust in the back. Solid. The car does feel absolutely amazingly planted on the ground. There's no hesitation. It is a 9-speed automatic transmission. There's no hesitation in dropping gears. I do have paddle shifters, but in this car being a Grand Tourer, say that the majority of people who drive this car would not use the paddle shifter. All right, so let's go ahead and put the top down. There's a little switch here in the center console. We go ahead and just push that, and then the roof will do its little dance. Windows go down. There goes the top. Okay, just like that, we're all set. We'll roll up the windows since it's winter time. All right, wait for a little traffic. All right, here we go. Yeah, absolutely amazing. It feels great. I got heat coming from the back of the headrest with the air scarf. I got the heated seat on the lowest position. There's a little bit of wind buffering, but other than that, it feels great. All right. Let's just say we give it a little bit of the beans. Throttle all the way down, and it's just gone. It's amazing. It feels great. The air feels great, and a little lack of hair that I have feels amazing, solid. You got that little grumble in the back, feels great. It just makes you want to drive. I wish I could it could come out in the camera, but it just makes you want to drive. All right, from standstill, here we go. Yep, roasting the tires. There's that 516 pounds of torque, and she's gone. Man, this car's got the beans. Woohoo! This thing is fun. I cannot even imagine what an AMG feels like, because this is a fun little car. And it just makes you want to drive, especially with the air coming in. It feels absolutely amazing. All right, throttle down, beans go. Woohoo! All right. I don't need to speak to Johnny Law today, so we'll cool it. I can't imagine what the new SL is going to be like. Much lighter, quicker. There's going to be 2 different engine variations coming. So let's see what happens. I know that we spoke in other videos that the V8's going away, but the new SLs are going to be all V8. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage that. Obviously, there'll be low production cars, so I'm going to guess that's why they'll be able to bring in that V8 to the American public. So let's keep our fingers crossed that does happen, but I can't even imagine what AMG has done with the new SL coming out this spring in 2022. One of the things I haven't really touched base on is appearance of this car. It is not, I personally don't think it's the nicest car. I think it's a little bit of an ugly duckling, but with that being said, with the performance and how it makes you feel and how it really just makes you want to, like I said, I keep saying, it just wants to make you drive, and you forget about how it looks. All right, here we go on our favorite twisty road and see what she's like. We'll keep it in Sport Plus. She feels great, solid, very stable. Yep. The only thing I would have to say is that the brakes lack a little bit of feel, but they do come on strong when you go down on them. We've reached that Tesla, so we'll give it a little room. Yeah, it feels great. Nice gargle from the engine. Yeah, like I said, good brakes. You do feel that weight though. You do feel the weight of the top. My final thoughts on the SL550. I don't know if you noticed the joy that it did make me drive this car. It was definitely a fun car. Yeah, it is heavy. Visibility is amazing, like I said. Yeah, you give up a lot on regards of how much stuff you can carry. Obviously, you can only carry one more person, and luggage is limited. But for a fun day, you just take for a cruise out on the country road, it's fine. It's heavy, like I said, so you can tell when it handles, when it goes around twists, that it's a heavy car. It's not this is exactly what it is. It's a grand tour, more than a real sports car. If you're a real sports car, then I would go with a 911 Cabriolet if you want to stay in that convertible. But obviously, you don't get the hard top. But with the new SL coming out, they'll have the soft top, and it will be in the same category, more or less. But yeah, it's a fun car. Due to the fact that the generation is going out. There's no 2021 SL. So a lot of things seem a little outdated. The materials seem a little plasticky for a car that cost $115,000. There's a few things that, you know, they're a little bit, yeah, you could nitpick, but like the air conditioning vents system, that's basically comes out almost from a C-class. Same thing with the plasticky on the stereo and whatnot. But just nitpicking on things. But everything else, the leather, the wood, all the leather on the dash, on top of the dash, fantastic. Alcantara everywhere you touch. So in that regards, I give it high marks. This is the Zenio edition. It's got nice brown leather. So yeah, definitely a nice car. So as always, I appreciate your support. I am, you know, holiday season's here. I hope everybody's safe. I do appreciate your support. Do hit the subscribe, notification bell. Do comment. It really does help the video. I got a few more videos coming before the end of the year, and but like I said, just be safe out there. I know that we're eager to have fun Christmas with families, but until then, same thing. This car is at Mercedes-Benz of Arlington. My friend JT was more enough to invite us to come down, take a look at it. So I'll have his information down below. So I do appreciate him a lot. So as always, I appreciate your support. I can't wait to see you guys again in the next video. Until then.